I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, 125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. 125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at vinsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go on the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch. But the child shall lead them.
So this, I don't know why I read this. It's Abigor, A Breath from Worlds Beyond. But for some reason, I read Bad Breath. I was like, what? What a weird song.
This was requested by NTS. Now, we've got the most amazing DJ right now. Like, right now, you're seeing DJ'd by the agents of Arpeggio, and that's kind of true. But the real hero of the night, ladies and gents, is the big homie Middle Earth.
Yep, who made this possible.
He went around to his Discord server. What Discord? Is that an alliance server or just a regular Discord?
Well, there's lots of people that hang out on Discord, so I think that he probably. I really don't know.
I'm telling you guys want to get on that Patreon at least for $1. But
whenever I go in there, someone's talking shit about me, so I come out. I'm just kidding. Oh boy. Okay, so let's get in this one.
Yes.
A Breath from Worlds Beyond.
Yeah, it was the Village Discord. There you go. A Breath from World Beyond by the band Abigor. Let's go.
I literally got a chill at the end of that one. Okay, I think they accomplished the song title, A Breath from Worlds Beyond. Didn't it feel like it was kind of breathing in your neck a little?
No,
It did
not
for
at all.
me.
Not at all. Why are you so creepy?
The song made me feel creepy.
That drummer's a badass.
Yeah, he is.
That's something that like that gets especially when I'm reviewing the thing. Like that's something that gets like you really have to figure out what you're going to emphasize because there's so much to think about or talk about in a song. But lyrically, this to me, I feel like this is a black metal song. But lyrically to me,
Maybe
this is
Black
like
and Death.
one of the most unique lyrical presentations I've seen in a long time.
Oh, really? Why?
Well, look, we are the ones in the midst. We are the ones in the midst, are the darkness breed. We pity the one with the horns. So that sounds like, sympathy for
Satan?
the devil, basically,
Yeah.
right? Which is typical black metal, okay. And gaze at the hypnotizing starfire. Without words, we communicate. Without battles, we dominate. Wings for the wind, bones for the woods. One with nature, never alone. Our origin is unknown. Destination never shown. We never serve and never reign. Sacrifices for the stars, swords for the moon. Thorns and stones for your beliefs. A cosmos with one color but 1,000 shades.
Ooh.
A universe of triumphant souls. For you not to feel, not to see. Your water is no blood. Your music is no magic. Search beyond the stars, nevertheless, you can't find us. Our world does not exist, and we never lived. Like, this is some, like, really, 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 like, good stuff. Like, lyrically.
Explain it.
Well, the appositions, like, we rule, we've never served, but we never reign, right? Like, That's not what you hear in black metal a lot. You hear, we're gonna go knock down the gates of heaven.
Yeah.
We're gonna remove God from his throne and blah 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 blah. You know, it's all this pretentious. Like, but this is like, these guys are like, honestly, like, to me, if I was gonna be a bad guy, a Satanist, whatever you want to call it, like reject Christianity and like go to the dark side, this would be my philosophy, because I don't understand why you would go from saying I can't stand Christianity because Yahweh is this like ruler, king, dictator, and then you go and put yourself under the auspices of the devil. But these guys are not saying that. These guys are saying, well, we feel sorry for the homie. But they're saying we're something completely different. We're outside of all this shit. And that to me is a very fascinating...
Yeah, that's true.
Fascinating thought process.
Yeah.
Like, we're not ruling, but we're not going to serve. We're not on Team God, but we're not with the devil either. We kind of feel bad for the devil, but it's almost like the devil's like this like pedestrian kind of character that they're kind of observing in the universe and feel bad for.
That's true, because they said without words we communicate, without battles we dominate.
Right. There's a lot of appositionalism on that, which is great. Like, you're taking, you know, two opposites and putting them side by side, but
our world does not exist and we never lived.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing for me is like it just like it's almost as if like they didn't take a side, man. Like, they're just like, hey, we're doing our own thing over here, you know? We're doing our own thing. And, you know, it's a fascinating story. It's kind of like the universe is so big that it's kind of like almost Gnostic to a degree, but the universe is so big that I'm just saying this from the universe of this song. Your God and your religion and the bad guys in your religion and God are not the sum total of everything. It's just one little group at the corner of the universe, which obviously I don't think that about. You know, I believe Yahweh's ultimate, the Trinity is ultimate, but it's a fascinating idea because we think, and you know, in my mind we should, because that's how the Bible presents it. When I say we, I'm not just talking about Christians, I'm talking about everybody in the Western world. We think about this stuff as good and evil, God versus the devil, Cain versus evil, this sort of dualistic idea. Yeah. And the only thing I could think about is like a video game. Like in a video game, when it first started out, everything was linear. You know, Mario started here, and your job is to get to the end of the screen. And so there's a sense in which, like, that's the world all of us live in. And then you get a game like Fortnite, which, and there are other games, I think, not Turok, but there was another one. There was like a really big one where it really featured this freedom to go anywhere in a game that you wanted. And you could like literally just hang out for days, not do anything, you know, go on quests or whatever, but like not even necessarily run into a bad guy, but just walk around and explore and look at shit.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, that's what they're presenting. They're presenting, like, to me anyway, it's like this black and white world where it's God versus the devil, Cain versus Abel or whatever, and then Yahweh's ultimate or whatever. It's like, he's saying that's Mario. Like, the real thing is like, the universe is so big that's just like one little feature of it in a corner somewhere, but we're exploring everything, and we're not, you know, we're not on anybody's team. We're our own thing. And that's just really fascinating to me. Like,
yeah, it's weird because
that's really fascinating. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Well, it's just, it almost kind of seems like they're a concept, not actually a thing.
Right. That's why he says at the end, our world doesn't exist and we never lived. Because it appears what he's saying is like he's got an idea of beings that this would be true of.
Yeah. Wasn't this cool?
And I'm not sure if he's not just talking about like the forces of nature itself, like the laws of nature itself. Because it says
wings for the wind, bones for the woods.
Bones for the woods. One with nature, never alone. Our origin is unknown. Destination never shown. And there's so many things that we don't know about, like, for instance, the origin of life, the origin of consciousness, all those types of things. So there's lots of universal mysteries. Obviously, I don't think that we're ever going to solve the hard problem of consciousness from a physicalist, materialist presupposition. I think that I'm almost certain that that's impossible. Because I think if the physicalists, had an answer, they tell us already. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like that's the highest vulnerability that they have is trying to explain consciousness from a purely physical universe. So it just looks like there's some universal principle that they're looking at, that they're embodying and almost anthropomorphizing, like turning into, like giving human characteristics. When in reality, maybe he's just talking about the laws of nature or the universe itself, because in his mind, the universe itself would be ultimate, because that is a stage in which all these religions and stuff were made up in the first place. Again, that would be assuming that these were made up and that there isn't an ultimate God. I don't know. I just lyrically, it was just so different, and it's something I'm going to be thinking about pretty much for the rest of the day.
Hear the darkness breed. We pity the one with the horns. Yeah, I feel like has anybody said section what they thought, because it does feel like it's concept or something that we're not really completely sure of.
Yeah.
Sacrifices for the stars, swords for the moon, thorns and stones for your beliefs.
Yeah.
You think I was supposed to say believers? Believes?
I think it's beliefs.
For your beliefs.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I really liked this line. A cosmos with one color, but 1,000 shades.
Right. Which is black. Right? It's black, and then, you just have 1,000 shades from that. That's what I got.
Yeah, you know what I thought of? AT's picture yesterday that we put up on the stream.
Yeah.
Remember how it was like, it looked like a river, but water, but it looked like volcanic or fiery or something. Not like the one that I put on the thumbnail where where it's in the background of him.
Yes.
Because they're all the similar color, with different shades.
Yeah.
So that was what it made me think of. But
yeah. So this is why I thought that he was talking about the color black, and it's so interesting. Check this out did you know this about the color black? I got this from a Louis Farrakhan talk one time. Black is not a color. A black object absorbs all the colors of the visible spectrum and reflects none of them to the eyes. Mm-hmm. The gray area about black, a black object may look black, but technically it may still be reflecting some light. So when it says a universe with one color, but a bunch of shades, it's because black sucks up all the color, but then inside of it are a bunch of shades. You see what I'm saying? Because it's wow. So yeah. It's really good. I don't know if he was talking about a black hole, an exploding star, yada yada yada. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Look at the album cover. Doesn't it look like there's a person?
It looks like an electric chair.
Oh my gosh.
The album cover does.
Does it?
Yeah.
But these look like spikes.
Yeah.
But doesn't it look like there's something on it? Like, what is this thing?
Those are the straps for the chair. It looks like it's an electric chair. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's where you would sit. That's the little seat, and then that's the thing where your back goes.
Oh, my gosh.
I also like the little techno thing they put in there, like the little synth in there. Like, it was kind of subtle.
Yes.
But they did a really good job with it, like, because they could kind of snuck it in there, kind of took you by surprise.
It was kind of in the middle, right?
Yeah.
And it was like kind of like epic-y sort of sounding. Well, so here's a story. We used to go to Funtown when I was a kid, and we'd go once a year. But there was this dome that was there that had like yellow and white stripes all over it. And inside, it was actually, where the rides spin within each other like that? They spin around in a circle. There's two of them that like spin like this, so they kind of twist into each other. It was like that. But on the walls was kind of dark, and they like projected these different things onto the walls. Well, we were not allowed to go in that ride. 1, because of the music. 2, because of the pictures that they projected on the walls were probably demons.
Oh, they play that music, right?
Yes.
The Space Drome or something.
It kind of had that. I can't remember what the name of it was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the Space Drome. My brother loved that thing.
We were not allowed.
He was scared to death of
we
it,
would
though.
walk by it.
They play that music.
Yes.
They play the music. Yeah. I thought that those things were devils too, but I was like, that's cool.
We were not. I remember walking by and looking at the people in line and thinking, wow, these people.
You know what's crazy is it's possible. It's possible that we could have ran into each other.
I know.
Because I was in Funtown when I was very, 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 very young. So what do you get the song?
Ooh. Okay, so I don't think I'm really a fan of black metal darky, black and meth, all that stuff.
Darky.
Although I do think that
Darky?
yeah.
All somebody has to do is clip that. You'll never live it down, you racist bastard.
No, I'm talking about the song. But I do think that
That's a 5 mile an hour fastball.
Oh,
for the big
no.
homie. That's for Ben Webb, inshallah.
the Astrosphere.
Yes, the Astrosphere.
I knew
bro.
you didn't have it quite right.
Yeah, man, that was it. My brother was on that joint, but when we were talking, it's almost like he had to hype himself up to jump on it. Like I think he was scared. I'm like, what are you scared about, bruh? Relax.
I remember the first time I went in it, like when I was a teenager, there was like that enclosed walkway.
Yeah.
And I was like, should I be doing this? Is this a bad idea?
Do you remember, like, they had this guy, like, dressed up as a ghoul one time, and he was walking around all over Funtown? No, you don't remember.
Oh, actually, yes.
My mom actually went to talk to that guy.
She did?
Yeah, she started pitching to him.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you give the song?
Okay, so I was going to give it like a 5 or a 6, but then it really did, like, even after the song got done, I got like a chill up my neck.
Really?
Yeah. So it just kind of had that, like, I probably because of the title, like, I feel like it led the witness here. So I felt like something was breathing down my neck, which I don't think it literally was. So I had to bump it up for that. So I'm going to go with an 8.6.
Okay. I'm going to give it a solid 8. I love the lyricism. I love the techno side. Musically, though, it wasn't at the level of the other two that we listened to.
The lyrics were very hard to understand. I couldn't even find it, even with the lyrics in front of me. I couldn't find where I was.
You couldn't find where he was in the song.
No, and I tried desperately through the entire thing.
Yeah, I always like if you can make out the first word, I think you're in good shape with this stuff. I'm gonna give that one a solid 8. There you are, dear listener. We're coming right back, so stay tuned. Vin out.
Sorry out.
Gone.